Good morning, everyone. And to answer your question, yes, I'm still feeling pretty awful. This morning, it's a lovely round of sweats, chills, and aches. Lovely. Yesterday, my apologies for not having a video yesterday. Yesterday was a lovely little round. Actually, let me start with the night before. The night before was battling nausea. And then, yes, the aches came along, but they were really ramped up. Today, the aches have been accompanied by sweats and chills. And oddly enough, and this is the part I find kind of weird, no fever, nothing detectable. I'm still running under 98.6. Kind of strange, don't you think? I mean, I run under 98.6 anyway. Oh, man, this stinks muchly. Forgot to put one of those on. There we go. Anyway. Yeah. Let me tell you something about this shot. You do you. I don't recommend it. Anyway, alright, let's see who you are today. Queen of Wands. Very much in control of your, kind of in your own power today, right? So, let's have a look at her, because she does represent that fire and that energy. We can tell by the volcano behind her. And I cannot wait, because I did order Yoshitani's book, which I found out, yes, she wrote a book to go along with this called Under the Moon, and it features the very tales that she uses for this particular tarot deck, Tarot of the Divine. That's swords. We're looking for wands, y'all. Sorry. Kind of just, still struggling through all this nonsense and trying to make sense of it. But yes, Queen of Wands, we definitely are in our own power. We have that passion, that verve, just that fire and energy going for us today. All except me. If this is supposed to represent us, I'm not seeing it, at least not yet. Anyway, so, with that being said, how are we looking in terms of mind? In terms of mind, we have a 2 of Wands, we have a 5 of Wands, and we have a 10 of Wands. Anyone kind of getting that Aries energy today? I'm definitely seeing it. And so we have this 2 of Wands, and we have to make some very creative choices today. Now here's a card that I am sort of feeling today. The 5 of Wands, which shows us that we are in a nice little fight today. So we're going to be fighting for a lot of things. Our current situation, though, is this choice that we have. We're doing battle with it. And it's because of this 10 of Wands. And this 10 of Wands grows out of the passing of something old, but we are standing our ground. This is very deeply rooted. It's very much that tree we're going to be standing very strong today. Standing on something we believe, standing on something that we know, and standing on a very creative idea. So, going to the body, we got an Ace of Swords, a Six of Swords, and a Page of Swords. How in the hell did this happen today? So we have that, we have an Ace of Swords. Our current situation is that of clarity. So our choice for the time being is very clear. However, we do have a bit of moving on to something much brighter, better shores ahead. And then we have this Page of Swords, right? This is that youthful, that vigor, you know. And normally something like that would come up, I think, in the mind. Swords usually represent the mind. However, in this case, we're not really seeing that, are we? But with that Six of Swords, we are moving forward. We are healing. Thank goodness for that. And then we get to this Page of Swords. Where we have a little thoughtful energy. We're going to be a little chatty today, but we're curious and we're truthful. I'm going to say this in our spirit: if this all turns out to be the same suit, I'm going to completely freak out right here on video. And you saw me shuffle these. You may notice a lighting difference because I turned off all the lamps. The sun is coming through. So we do have the Emperor. Now the Emperor is all about that structure and authority. But it's fair. It applies across the board. We're also having a bit of a Tower moment spiritually. The one thing I love about the Tower is that you will always be left with the foundation at the very least. And then finally, a Two of Coins. So as strange as this particular reading has been, thankfully it doesn't look like it's going to get too weird. But looking at it, it's that Two of Coins that's kind of making me look at it. And I'm noticing something. If you notice, she looks a little distressed. One seems a little heavier than the other, does it not? But this is about balance. We are performing a bit of a juggling act. And while we struggle with the structure and that fair application here, which brings us to our Tower. This is showing me a bit of a crisis of faith, which is kind of leading us to that balancing act. But where the focus I'd like to show you is right here. Now, I'm kind of just looking at this, trying to zoom out a little bit, try to give you the full spectrum here. Now, about that Two of Wands. That Two of Wands is also some kind of cooperation. While it is a bit of a decision, it's also something that we have to, if you look at this figure in the card, we're going to be coming together for things. I've always said collaboration. See, on one hand it's collaboration, but on this one it's competition, right? It looks to me like we're trying to balance that collaborative effort with competitive effort. So my question is, right now, who are you feeling that you have to compete with, and why? Because those concerns are something to look at. At the same time, with this 10, at 10 of Wands, you're very deeply rooted in what you're thinking. You're very deeply rooted in your ideas as well. That's nothing to worry about, because the clarity that comes to mind, remember, right now you're thinking about this is all the thought about your physical, but this is you getting creative. This is the wand suit here and the sword suit here. Today's a very creative day for you. But you're also having a little bit of a crisis of faith, and I look at it as having a crisis of faith in yourself. But why are you doubting yourself when you know you're well within your power today? You're very confident. And it's time to kind of shake it loose. Just because things seem a little weird, just because things seem a little difficult, doesn't mean that it's a total wash. Understand? I hope so. By the way, it's a green tea day today. I don't know why, but today was not like a caffeine. Yesterday was all herbals. Today is stepping up that caffeine just a touch, not a lot. But anyway, today is definitely a green tea day for me. So the way I'm going to sum this up is you're going to have to balance your collaboration with your competition. I know you want to compete. I know you want to get in there and, get down and dirty. But you may be able to use that to your advantage while working with others. It doesn't have to be a free-for-all. Doesn't have to be an every person for themselves kind of a thing. Just remember, get that youthful energy up. Get that mind going. Keep your mind sharp today. Do everything you can do to do that. I would say today is a day for you to solve problems. You're definitely the problem solver today. Because your ability to balance both your competitive and your collaborative natures, that's what gets you the deeply rooted strength that you need. It also brings the clarity, the healing, and of course a little bit of daring as well. Nothing wrong with that. You always have a solid foundation upon which to build. And today, you very well may be the authority with whom you're wrestling. Just remember, kind of come together with that. Your balancing act is everything today. That's where your power lies. And that's what's going to bring you further than you can imagine. In any case, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you also for bearing with me while I, battle the effects of this junk, whatever it is. Thank you for understanding. Friends, family, neighbors. Just remember to take care of yourselves and each other. Always do what lights you up. And as always, shine on.